morning, welcome back to the farm. So this is an extra video for Saturday because the last video I was a little bit disappointed with. Yesterday for me was just one of those days, nothing went right. The recordings we had issues with, so I'm doing an extra one today just as a little bit of a bonus. So I've got a lift down to the store. Uber has gone live on Greenwich, so that's nice. You could use the app and get a lift down because we're going to pick up the new 8732. Here it is, the 8732S. Now I know we didn't have enough money to buy this. We should only have 15,000, which I am going to get rid of. I've just played about a little bit and swapped it. We're going to swap the John Deere eventually for this, the one that we use on the mower, but it's going to do the seed drilling this autumn. But here it is. It does look lovely. The window's cracked a little bit just to keep the condensation out. But that's our new tractor. So you saw at the beginning of this video that I was baling the hay. So let's see what we got. I haven't looked myself yet. 38 bales, so a decent amount. We don't need all of them. I'll probably load one set up because we've got a few already in the shed. So I'll probably put a full load on the long fifth wheel flatbed and sell those, and then load up the little flatbed that we've got on the back of the rigid lorry. With extra hay bales for the cow farm, so that should be enough then, and we've got a bit of extra money, but I won't sell them until I've sorted the money out. I need to get rid of the John Deere as well eventually. So this is our new tractor, so I thought we'd spend this episode getting used to this. I've not driven it at all yet, apart from to park it from there to here. That's all I've done, so I don't know anything about it. I don't even know what it sounds like. I'm currently playing the game on mute, so I'm still not going to know what it sounds like until editing. Can imagine it's very good. So I've had a bit of a hectic morning, so to go on with yesterday was very stressful. I had a lot of issues with recording, and this morning my Xbox decided to have no sound when I started playing, which was really irritating. I think it would have been okay for the recordings because it was a TV issue, not an Xbox issue, but at that time I didn't know, so I've completely reset the Xbox. I've deleted the back to factory reset, which means I had to reinstall every single mod, reinstall all my account, which still didn't fix the issue. It turned out to be a simple setting on my television. Because I was using the Bluetooth headphones yesterday, it had flicked onto DVI instead of HDMI, so it wasn't outputting any sound. Anyway, it's fixed now, so that's that done. So all morning I've just been reinstalling mods, which has been a pain. I think I've got everything okay. There might be a few bits missing, but I have had a quick look over the farm and nothing does seem to be missing. So let's jump in. Very nice tractor this. We've got IC I think as well. Let me just put the set help menu on so I can see. Yes, we have. So we've got the window, which you saw was already open a crack, so I knew that worked. What else have we got? The door as well, that's pretty good, and the sunroof at the top. Lovely. So let's start it up. Sure, that sounds good. I can't hear it. Controls work, and they're actually visible in cab, which is nice. You can see the levers moving and the accelerator pedal moving, and it goes backwards on reverse. Lovely. Right. I don't think there's anything else we need to collect from the store. There's nothing I need to buy. We ain't got any money anyway. 15,000. We need to get some money in now. There's the pickup. I'll have to come and get that at some point. I did. In fact, I can get that when I bring the rented John Deere back. We've still got that on lease. It's cost us for the night, but we didn't get a chance to finish the potatoes with the editing issues and recording issues, so I will finish potatoes today. It won't be today's episode for you, but this is going to be a long day. Day 2 of autumn. We're going to get a lot done in this day. So just pull out of here. Visibility's not great. so we're on the way. Yeah, so we'll do a lot actually in day 2. So today's episode will just be the morning, just doing a few odd bits and bats. There's nothing. I want to devote a whole episode to the potatoes, so I'm not going to do that today. I'll do that. That'll be tomorrow's episode, but it'll be this afternoon in game. I think that's the best way. Have I gone wrong? It's just a really long way. We'll go left for a change. We never go this way. Let's go this way. This is down by the animal livestock market, which we have been to before. And if we go around here, behind the world's slowest car, land end overtaking, and then I think it's only a little town, but if we go right here, no indicator on the dash. The lights look good. They're just daytime running lights. Wow, very nice. There's no indicator on the dash. Okay. So yeah, this one in the case will be our farm tractors now. I'm going to get rid of it. I do like the John Deere, I must admit. I'm not a John Deere fan, but it is a nice tractor. It's just I want to try use a few different stuff on this map before we go to Sandy Bay, because we're not going to be. It's going to be boring that in terms of new machinery. It'll be interesting with all the little cool quirky mods we'll be using, you know, the smaller stuff, but it's not going to be a brand new 8732X, I'll tell you that. So we should be close now, should be approaching. I'm struggling to actually learn the layout of this map. It's very big, it's a lot bigger than you think. You know, you look at the large map and it does look big, but that's really nothing. When you actually start driving it, it's huge. It's a brilliant map. I almost wish I'd have started making videos in sort of 6 to 12 months ago, and we could have done a really long series on here. But I'm just too eager for Sandy Bay to plan a long series on here. And I know a lot of other YouTubers have used Greenwich Valley, so we won't do that. Saying that, by the time Sandy Bay comes to console, a lot of them will have done Sandy Bay, but there it is. So, brand new addition to the farm. Looks lovely. So its first job is going to be very dirty. It's going to be the seed drilling. We've got, at the moment, 3 fields we can plant. Well, actually no, 2.5, because I want to join these fields back together. Now we've had a go with the potatoes, I don't think we'll be doing them again, because we're not going to... In fact, no, we won't join them, because I want a manure spread. We'll leave them separate, and I'll just leave it fallow for next year. So we've got 2 big fields and that little patch over there to sow. Everything's ready, we just need to fertilise the spread. The roper's still set up with the John Deere rental tractor. I had to rent it because of the narrow tyres. Couldn't get one on any other machine. There's the lizard ready to collect the hay. In fact, we better check the cows. I haven't looked. Not too bad. Still no milk produced. That's a shame. What about the... It's still saying 0.7 years due. I swear we've passed some time since then. Or 0.6 years, that one. Maybe it's just going really, really slowly. No problem. I've just thought of the thing we need to buy. We need a manure spreader. We might just lease one though, because we don't actually need it very often. I've got a mod. I've got the Dangerville one, which looks good. 15 metre working width, 22,000 litre capacity. Looks nice. No, it's not Dangerville, is it? It's Dangerville. It does look like Dangerville though when you glance. So we might lease that. These are too small. Way too small. 3 metre working width will be there all day. We could use that one's not too bad, but I think I want to use the mod. It's cheaper as well, so we'll use the mod. So I'll lease that. We'll have to go and get it. It won't be yet because we're not ready. Okay, so today's job, what we're doing. So we're not collecting the bales because we've done that enough. I think we need to go visit the cows. I think what we'll do is we'll put that flatbed back on and we'll go visit the cows. I don't think I've done that for a few days. Case is clocking some hours now. We've got 8.6. Nearly there, nearly halfway to service due. Fuel's not getting used very quick. I think that needs to be changed a little bit. Because at the moment, we're going to run out of fuel when it's due a service, which isn't very realistic. Because if you only have to fill your tractors once a year or once every 20 hours, you'd be laughing. Right, put the standard back to, it's so quick to do, it's not a problem, and we'll reverse all the way back here. Connect the flatbed back up, which is a really nice addition. I like this. Probably will use this on Sandy Bay. We won't be able to afford it straight away, but it'll be a good addition to the farm. So these are our extra straw bales. I think this will be enough. Got some extra hay bales over there, can you see behind the door? But they'll go onto the tractor as well. They're from last harvest. Right, let's go. So it's a nice day again. Not had a lot of rain this year. Say that, it's going to rain tomorrow. So we're better. I'll collect those bales this evening after we've done today's episode. After the potatoes tomorrow, I'll collect those bales before we go to Sunday because I don't want to ruin them. I know it's not the most realistic way, we should keep at one speed really. But I'm just struggling to find the balance. Because if we're doing sort of a quicker job, for example seed drilling or I suppose harvesting to an extent, depending on the size of the header, at times 5 it's just too quick. I mean, you finish a big field in a morning and it's not realistic, that would take you the day. So at times 15 that's perfect, but then when you're doing stuff like bale handling and little jobs that take a lot of time but don't actually progress very far, then that's when the times 15 is too quick, and before you know it, the whole day's passed and all you've done is feed your animals, and this is very rocky. My driving is atrocious today. Yeah, before you know it, the day's over. So it's hard to find the balance. Probably should be mainly at times 5. I think that's a better time. It means we're probably gonna have to do 2 episodes per day though. Otherwise we're gonna be doing a lot of skipping. I could make the episodes longer, but it's more editing, a lot more editing, and also I think people get bored. I think when my attention's sort of about half an hour when I'm watching something, anything longer, it's got to be good. I suppose we could always do extra long episodes if necessary, if there's a particular big thing that we need to do, or if we ever venture into sort of multiplayer, that could be quite fun. Problem is with multiplayer is I've way overshot that. The problem is with multiplayer is I need somebody, or I need people that are reliable and trustworthy, and unfortunately Xbox doesn't seem to host that very well. PC players are great, but as I say, I've not got one yet. I nearly bought one though this morning when I thought the Xbox were broken. I was on PC part picker having a think, because obviously there's no point buying another Xbox. One, the new one's due out, I think this Christmas, is it? And 2, I won't be getting that either. It'll be a PC the next thing I buy. and there's no point buying an Xbox just for now. I know they're quite cheap now, but for less than 12 months use, it just doesn't seem worth it. Right, they've slipped off that. They look unhappy, but it's fine. They got there. If you want perfect loading, then perhaps watch someone who uses auto load, or someone who's better than me. There we see. So you haven't seen this. Straws this side. Here's this side. Right. It's a bit cluttered in here though now. That is the main problem. So if we put bucket right in the corner, just grab the bale fork. Oops, sorry, feed mixer. And then let's take these back ones off first. So yeah, got the weight. We haven't got the weight on. Oh, that would have been catastrophic. Could you go check that? Why is the weight not on? I did unload these bales yesterday. We've got nearly a full feed mixer as well of mixed rations, so we don't have to be mixing today. In fact, we don't have a lot to do up here. Clean them out, top up the water and the straw and the food if they need it, and that'll be it. Why are you not selecting the right equipment? I don't know if I like these front loaders, they don't auto select and it's very irritating. There we go, you see, it just about lifts 3. It's heavy, but it does it, which is nice because it means we can unload the trailer a lot quicker. It leans forward if you brake hard, but we'll be gentle. These are going at the angle, so I can't do what about it. They are just going to get used. It's not a competition. Drop them to the floor. The angle right. So you'll see how much quicker it is now to unload, rather than one at a time, which was a little bit tedious. It's not bad if you've only got a few bales, but when it was that trailer full of 27 on there, that was very tedious. One's fallen off, and I don't know how. Did I hit it? I'm hitting it now. That's a shame. I'm going to knock these other two off if I'm not careful. Right, so you've seen, well, you might have seen, wait, so let me get back through the shed door. I've had to put the straw bale in that way around, which is not too hard to do. And to be honest, it's not too unrealistic because it'll still shred it. It doesn't really matter what orientation it is. But that's the way I had to do it. It's just the shape of the straw blower. It's a great one if it's for round bales. Brilliant. There may be another one. Let's look. I'd say there may be another one. I have to always check then, which I shouldn't do. That's a mixing wagon. There's these ones, but I've used these before. I used these on Shamrock Valley on a private playthrough, and they're very, very front heavy. So I think you need a bit of a bigger tractor for that. You've got that one. That'll probably fit a square in. Oh, easily. Why didn't I notice that one before? Look at that. Perfect. So there's that one. That's the one that I've got. Oh, and there's that one as well. That'll only fit. That's just a wheeled version of the one we've got. Right, so that's the wheeled version of that basically. Not very different. That's it. we're back. So I know I didn't say when I was talking, but I did just time-lapse that because I was going on a bit too much. So I've skipped. Our time-lapse is coming back. Well, our time-lapse is finishing off the last bit of the animals and driving back to the farm, because I just want to have a quick sort of recap of where we're going next. I'm trying to have a think at the same time, so ignore my not speaking very coherently. So this is nearly the full trailer of potatoes we've already got. That John Deere does need to go back before tonight so they don't get charged again. But what else have we got to do today? Today I'm not sure. We've got a lot still to do this year. We've got fertilising to do and manure spreading. And we've also got... Can't get any manure from the cow farm because the trailer's full of potatoes, unless we brought it over in the manure spreader, which actually the manure spreader is probably going to have a bigger capacity than the trailer, so that'll be better. We should have brought that from the start with the Massey. I regret doing that now, but anyway, it's back, it's too late. So that's to fertilise, over there's to fertilise, 42 over there's to fertilise, potatoes to finish, hay bales to collect. That's this year's tasks, and apart from that we'll just be selling stuff and making money. So let's get the Massey. Let's put it on the tipper. It's not really much of a job for it, I know, but I want to use it. It's got the white dials, which definitely means it's a Boy Racer edition, which is nice. We love a good white dial. I don't know why white's associated with a sort of a Boy Racer. My Toyota 4x4 has got white dials, and it couldn't suit it any less if it tried. I don't know why it's got it. Anyway, it really couldn't suit it less. And whereas I've also got, a sports car, and that's got normal dials, black dials. It's weird. But yeah, you'd usually assume white dials is sort of Boy Racer. This Deere's nice. I like the front end of this. Right. I'm still not 100% confident using it, but wrong button. I need to zoom out. That's the first and only time you'll ever see me teleport. That was an accident. If we go around here, turn it on, unfold pipe first. Need to put that back down. And then turn on harvester. It does do 4 rows, but you've got to get the right pixel. So I'm just going to keep it on 3 rows. 3 rows because it's a lot easier to do. You can get 4. I have got 4. I got it in the last time I was harvesting, but it's very hard. So if I just keep along this line, it should just carry on with the 3. It does. We'll just keep there. There is a bit here which we're going to squash. In fact, we're not. We've got row crops on. We're not going to squash. We're not going to collect either, but we're not going to squash. This was the barley, which was a mess of a field. I never showed you this. Been harvested because I wasn't happy with it. Let's get these last bits, just tidy it up. So these are unfertilised, these potatoes, and the yield is brilliant. It really is, which you'd expect because there's a lot of setup costs. So you'd need a good, and I don't think the actual selling price is very good, but it's something different. It's going to be a pain getting them all off the ground though. I have just downloaded actually an auger, a grain auger that's designed to shouldn't be turned this way, a grain auger that's designed to take stuff off the ground. I don't know if it works for potatoes or if it's just grain itself in terms of wheat, canola, that sort of stuff. I don't know if it'll do potatoes, I'll have to check. I'm gonna have to check in a minute, because if you've watched any of my previous videos, it's gonna wind. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna annoy me until I know. So we'll finish this row and I'll have a look. But that might be a good idea. I don't think it's very expensive either. I think it's certainly something we could afford. We'll tidy this bit up, and then we'll call that a day for the day. That's it for the day. How will you say that? That's it. We're not doing anymore. As soon as this strip at the end is done, we won't do anything else, because it is a slow job. I'll time lapse it probably. First things tomorrow's episode will be a time lapse of the potatoes getting finished. It may be a worker time lapse, depends how much patience I've got with this. You see, at the moment it's still pulling up potatoes, so I'm guessing that when you do drive over and destroy the crop, you're only destroying the tops, the actual plant, the actual potatoes which are going underneath the ground. I think they're alright. So we probably would have been alright with normal wheels, but you don't know until you see how it's still taking potatoes up, but there's no crop. Until you've had a go with these equipment, you don't really know how it works. Right, I said I was going to look at that auger. Where will it be? Miscellaneous maybe? No. It might be on belt systems. There it is, look. Grain auger. But it doesn't tell you if it does potatoes or not. Conveyor belts are an alternative way to load your trailers. This belt will take material from the ground and load it onto the next conveyor belt. I think actually it loads it straight into a trailer, that. See, that's the potato one. That creates pallets. See, that'd be good, but we'd have a lot of pallets. And also, it's very expensive. And it's 45 grand for that. So I think we'll try the cheaper one first. It all depends really on how much product we get. Let's just lift that, put that on. Just because another excuse just to jump back in the massa. Very tight there. It's still not picking up. I do like that roper potato harvester. It's just, it likes to attach itself to. You can't park it very close to anything. You park it close to sort of the wall or the edge of the barn. It has a little bit of a paddy and it sticks to the barn. Curl the mass around here. Water tractor. Right, we'll unload this just to see how it looks. It's never gonna be as good as this tractor there though. That is the beast. But for a new tractor, next one into it, it's not so bad at all. So we're gonna put them at the right side of this grain barn. It is designed for material to go on the ground. It's not designed for machinery, but with this having a silo, there's no point loading the wheat and the canola onto the ground. It'll be a pain to pick up. Right, let's unload these a bit further back, because I think we're going to have more than we think. And there we go. Pull forward and have a look. Lovely. And there's our first load of potatoes, or monkey nuts, depending on what you think they look like. I suppose a little bit of potato. That's it. It's been a pleasure using this Massey today. I'll take it out because I need a screenshot. I think this will be the colour photo, the thumbnail for YouTube because it looks good. I could park it next to the case, but then would that make the case look bad? I don't think it can look bad, can it? I don't think it's possible. Nice shot of the Massey though, with the lizard on the back. I don't think we've had the lizard in a screenshot yet. Oh no, we have. We did it when we loaded the silage with the teleloader. But anyway, that's it. We're done. So it's been a better episode. Definitely better than earlier's. Or yesterday's, in my case. Well, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to crack straight on now with the potatoes. I'll probably fast forward an hour just to get rid of this cloud cover. I'm going to crack on when they're doing the time lapse for tomorrow's episode of the potatoes, and then we'll be ready to go on to the next day, where the episode after we'll be doing the fertilising and beginning the seed drilling, which is exciting because we haven't done that yet. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. This has been Greenwich Valley again. This has been James again. There's no one else on this YouTube, but thank you. And stay safe in this current climate.